Okay, hello. This is Joe from Etheric, and I'm here to share a really cool thing I've just acquired in my shop that I think you're really going to like. And so, I guess I have a question for you to start with. When you think about the number one tool to affect reality through magic, through intention, through willpower, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Of all the tools and all the symbols and all the things that are out there, be it in fantasy, be it in reality, what pops into your head? And for a lot of people, it's a wand. It's a magic wand. We have it in Harry Potter, we have it in Lord of the Rings, we have it in so many movies and shows and games and all this stuff. But in the real world, we don't really seem to have a genuine magic wand. I mean, here at Etheric, we make ether. So, for example, we have these little owls. You can see that. It's a special material that accumulates energy and turns it strongly positive. And so you can get it in an owl shape. Of course, we have necklaces, etc. We got directional pieces with various types of programming in it. And that's all fine and good. But for an actual, genuine magic wand made of wood, that's a little trickier. And so about a year ago, I offered in my shop an item called Epo Obo. It's a special kind of wood tree from Western Africa. And the Latin name for it is ficus platyphylla. And I've been working with this material for the past couple years, and I'm astounded at what it can do. And I have a whole other article and a whole other video on Epo Obo, but I'll just kind of give you a really quick rundown. It is one of the only plants in the world that is famous for being, you could say, anti-witchcraft or anti-evil. And when you hold onto a piece of it, you actually do feel a very uplifting, clearing, powerful kind of cleansing to it. It's tangible. And so I got this a few years ago, and we got it in certain shapes that you couldn't really use as a wand. Like we get it in a bark, or we get it in a powder to mix into resin or to use for other uses. Or we get these thick branches that were just too thick to be an actual wand. And so for the first time in North America, we actually have a shipment from my contact, John, in Nigeria, of properly sized branches that can be used as wands. And I've checked all the other stores, all the wand stores, all the West African import stores to look for something that could be used as a wand, but it simply cannot be found. You might see some bark is popular, you might see some ground up bark powder, but never branches that can be a wand. And so for the first time in this continent, I'm going to show you an Epo Obo wand. And so I thought I'd do a fun unboxing video to show you what it looks like. And for the first time, I'm going to see them. So let's open it up and see how it looks. So yeah, so we've been making specialized ether with this stuff for quite a while, and we are amazed at how effective it is. In fact, these spheres that I sell in my shop, they have a special property that reflects negative energy and intentions and, you could say, black magic or witchcraft or whatever back to sender. And of course it can't catch everything, but for a lot of negative energy directed at you, it does a pretty dang good job. Of course, not every spell and not every intention can be reflected, but you'd be surprised at how effective it was. Okay, so am I doing this right? Let's just cut all the tape. Yeah, it's been really tricky to get this material. I went through another person who actually scammed me on this stuff, saying he had the best hookup and he just got a couple $100 out of me and never sent anything. So if you're going to try and do this business on your own, I mean, good luck. It is really tricky to find a trustworthy business partner to ship this out to you. And plus, getting this shipped here was quite pricey. It was probably close to $300 for a kilogram of it. So it's quite difficult to get over here in the first place, and the prices are outrageous for shipping. And we use DHL. So let's take a look here. Opening up the box. Oh man, this is going to be awesome. All right, so I have in here a gigantic bag, and I can see it's just bursting with, oh yeah, I can tell this is going to be great. All right. So rather than, oh boy, rather than open it and have all this dust drop everywhere, you probably can't see that, but it's dusty, okay? So let's open this guy up, and I'm going to show you, and I guess tell you exactly how it feels to hold these guys. Because all it takes is a tiny piece, and when you hold it in your hand, it's a lot like ether. It feels, it has a pulse to it, it has an energy, it has a personality. It's very uplifting. So, of course, ether is man-made. This is made by nature, and nature really provides everything you need. If there's a, a need to combat evil or to combat negativity or parasitism or anything like that, nature will provide. All right, let's just tear this open. Oops. All right, let's take a look at one of these. Here we go. So many of these come in various sizes and thicknesses. And being, oh man, and he got some really straight ones. It's excellent. So as you can see, some are thin and some are thicker. So let's try out the thin guy. Let's see how this feels. And for those new to me or new to this, so I run a business that's all about subtle energy technology that's meant to empower you, that's meant to protect you, it's meant to heal you. And so over the years, I've gotten good at feeling energy and moving energy around and helping people to heal or to defend themselves or various things like that. And so by doing an exercise such as Qigong or pranayama, if I'm saying that right, pranayama? Pranayana. It's been a while since I've said it out loud. You learn how to direct energy to your hands. And if you have energy in your hands, you can feel the quality of things and see what kind of energy it has. So let me feel into this for a second. Yeah. It almost feels like a reassuring hug. And not like a soft hug. It's almost like a reassuring hug from a teacher. Like a wise, quiet, still teacher that's there just like, giving you a hug back saying, it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. It has a very wise, powerful feeling to it. Very clearing. Yeah, this feels good. And so most wands out there, they're made from various types of wood, and you might go to a reseller or a retail place or some website or Etsy, and they'll say, oh, it's an oak wand, and oak is known to be magical, or oh, it's a weeping willow wand, and willow is known to be whatever. But when you hold those, you won't really feel anything from them. Of course, wands are usually meant to be just a focal point for your intention and for your energy. So it's like an antenna for you to put your energy into. But this kind of wood is special because it actually has its own energy, it has its own programming, its own positive anti-evil spin to it. So you're going to feel it playing with your energy and adding to it and coloring it. So for those who want to do white magic and who want to fight back against black magic or manipulation or witchcraft of a negative orientation, this is the ultimate wand for you. And I could already tell that it feels very empowering in a positive way. And so that's what a thin one feels like. What's a thicker one feel like? Let's take a look. Yeah, wow, he got some really good pieces. It's not easy to get perfectly straight branches off a tree, unless it's like bamboo. But John has outdone himself. These are very excellent. So let's see what a thick one feels like. Ooh, interesting. And what's extra interesting is it's fun to feel, to flip it around and to see which direction you feel energy flowing into. And that's something that ether can do as well. So for example, this is it's a ray. It's a multi-layered ray. This is, it's a hexa ray because there's 6 layers to it. And this is made to go in a certain direction. So energy goes out of it just one way. And so I know what directional energy feels like. It feels different depending on the way you hold it. And I feel like it's the same for these wands. It's interesting. Though it doesn't feel like it only works in one direction. It feels like it could go both, but it depends on the situation. So as you can see on this one, for example, there's one end that's a little bit thicker and then it kind of bends off. And holding it in different ways, you feel the energy kind of have a different shape to it, a different flow and feeling. The thicker one feels more like a sword, but like a gentle sword. It's almost like a broom that's meant to kind of sweep away the cobwebs of negativity. But it also has that same reassuring, calm, protective vibe to it. Yeah, this feels great. So for those, either if you're new to magic, if you're new to empowered prayer, if you're new to psychic clearing or healing or anything like that, this would be a great way to start getting into it in a positive way. Of course, Aether is also excellent. I mean, this stuff is designed to be anti-evil, so really either one of these is great, but if you want a traditional wand, one made of wood, this is really the best option you can get in the world, because West Africa and also Brazil, this wood is popular there as well. There is a very obvious and popular and well-known aspect, which is that witchcraft is rampant, negative witchcraft. And so protection from that became key in order to live, a prosperous life and not be suffering from these parasites who want to pick on you. And this might sound silly to those in Western society who just don't deal with that. They don't talk about it. It's not in your culture. Over there, it is very much a part of the culture, and it's as obvious to them as to us, I don't know, something obvious, So yeah, it feels very powerful. And he was kind enough to send some very large pieces of bark. And so this is the heart of Epo Obo, you could say. This is what you grind up to make that powder that you'll see in all those Etsy stores and online marketplaces. This is how you get that powder that has so many uses. And the bark really feels good. It's very powerful. I think most of the power is probably in the bark. But the thing is, do you want to, cast a spell or create a circle of protection or a clearing or a healing while holding a giant piece of bark? I mean, maybe you do, but oh my goodness, there's so many in here. But for those who, want something more travel friendly and something that they can direct intention into and shape and draw with and move with, you'd want a wand. And I'm going to say that that's pretty much the end of what I wanted to show you guys, is what they look like. And I mean, look at these. Here, let's just take out a big old bunch of these. I have a bunch of them, and these are the only ones on our, country, if not continent, of North America. I mean, who knows? Maybe some are growing in Mexico, but otherwise, this is all we've got. This and the rest that's in this box. So I don't know how long these are going to last, but once these are gone, they're gone. And I'm over in Africa right now. I guess it's their hot season or something like that, so it's kind of tricky. Or is it their wet season? He said it was a season where it's hard to get this. I don't know which one it was. But if you want to jumpstart your practice in magical arts or empowered prayer, or just want to see what the world and what nature has to offer when it comes to empowerment and protection and fighting literal darkness, check this out. It is one of a kind, and you can only get it here at Etheric. And I'm going to have some fun with these. I'm going to play around with these tonight. And I guess that's it. So yeah, I'll be offering these in my shop. I do not know the pricing yet. I'll have to compare it to the cost and compare it to competitors and see what a fair price for it is. I'll probably offer two options, the skinny wands for a reduced price and the thicker wands for a larger price. And so check it out. And and I'll finish the video with this. So say you're not into magic, you're not into enhanced prayer, you don't want to go and clear other people or heal people or protect a space or anything like that. If you're a person that has constant anxiety or insomnia, if you have trouble sleeping, if you have trouble feeling peaceful in your own skin, peaceful in your own home, I would advise you to try some of this out. because holding it, you feel a certain calm wash over you. It's not just in your hands. You feel, well, let me tell you what I feel. It really does feel like a hug. It's a very gentle embrace. I kind of feel it around my arms. I feel my chest kind of warm up just a little bit. It's a gentle hug. Even my legs almost feel hugged a little bit. It definitely is like an embrace. And if you were to attempt to put focus in it, so say there's something that's really bugging you or something that's really on your mind and you can't make it go away, focus on that while holding this and breathe deep and put your heart into it. And this can help you clear it away. This is magic. This is genuine human magic mixed with the best nature has to offer. And you owe it to yourself to give it a try. And if you don't want to carry around a big old stick, you can cut this up. Cut it up into little pieces and put it in your pocket. You know, give a piece to your friends. Give them a one-of-a-kind gift that they've surely never tried or even thought to be possible before. Real magic does exist. Okay, it's not just in Harry Potter. It's not just in video games. It actually is on our planet right now. And if you're curious to see if it really works and if it's really here, get one. And if you don't want to get one of these, there's always Aether. It's very powerful. It's very excellent. But now there's two options. And so try it out today. I hope to see you guys in the shop someday. Have a good day or night and have a blessed life. I'll talk to you later.